and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. For today's video, it comes with a disclaimer because I am actually filming after I've come home from work, which I never do because at this point it's really late at night. My makeup has been on my face all day, I look like a potato, I feel like a potato, my brain is mush, more than it usually is. So I'm sorry if this video is just edited together with sentences that don't make any sense. So just a little disclaimer with that. But for today, I am going to be sharing with you my TBR for a Very Merry Readathon, as well as a couple of other books I plan to read in December. If you don't know what a Very Merry Readathon is, it is a Christmas themed readathon that I created quite a few years ago, and we're currently doing round 4, which will be taking place from December 15th to the 21st, I think. Either way, it starts on the 15th, I know that one for sure, and I'll leave a link up in the little eye in the corner to my announcement video if you'd like to learn a bit more about it. So now onto my TBR, starting with the first challenge, which is to read a book set during the holidays. So for this one, I'm actually going to be rereading A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. My edition of this is part of a much bigger collection of Christmas books by Charles Dickens, so it looks like a really big book, but A Christmas Carol is actually an extremely short portion of this. It's only like a couple pages, like less than 70 or something like that. But I read it for the first time last year, and I think I read it for a Very Merry Readathon, and I absolutely loved it. I, for some reason, always thought Charles Dickens' writing was extremely dense, and maybe in some of his other works it is, but A Christmas Carol was really easy for me to read, I think because I'm so familiar with like the movies and everything, and the movie version with Jim Carrey in it is extremely similar to the book, so it's really easy to picture all of it. So yeah, I'm really excited to be reading this again. And the next challenge is to read a book with Christmassy colors on the cover, so I will be doubling up and using this book for that as well, because obviously it's very green, and also gold, which I would consider to be a little Christmassy color. The third challenge is to read a book that spells out snow in the title, so it has to have the letters S-N-O-W. For this, I'm going to be reading Snow in Love, so snow is in the title, so definitely works for this challenge. And this is a collection of short stories. I think there's only like 4 stories in here or something. And it's just like a little anthology of holiday themed stories, love stories. And I don't have the best track record when it comes to short story collections. I've either hated or DNF'd every single one I've read except for one. So the only reason I'm actually picking this up is because Casey West wrote one of the stories in here, and Casey West is my favorite contemporary romance author, so that is the only reason I am picking up this book, because I honestly expect to hate all of it except for her story. So yeah, that's probably a very negative mindset to go into it thinking, but just with the way my short story collections have been, they just haven't worked out for me. So the next challenge is, I'm remembering them off the top of my head, but it is to read a book by the fire. So obviously any one of these challenges, any one of these books I mean, could work for this challenge. Do you see what I mean? My brain is just not working right at this point. And then the final challenge is to read a book just because you want to. So again, any one of these books could work, but another book that I plan to read during that week is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. This is another book that I reread every single year. I don't even know how many times I've read this book at this point. I want to say like 6 or 7, but yeah, I absolutely love this story, and I've been rereading it every year around Christmas for the past like 3 years or something, so I plan to read it again this year. I don't know if I'll read this edition or one of my many other ones, but this is one of my favorite ones. This has illustrations by Camille Rose Garcia, and they are just so beautiful. I wonder if I can come across one of the full portraits, but yes, I just love this book so much. So yeah, those are the 3 books that I plan to read for a Very Merry Readathon. So then I also have 3 other books that I would like to get to in December. The first one is one that I've been reading for literally like 2 months, and that is The Shining by Stephen King. Even though I've been reading it for 2 months and I'm still not done, I only have that much left of it, I am actually really enjoying it. I'm a pretty big fan of the Shining movie, and even though the book and the movie are pretty different, they do also have a lot of similarities to them, so I really enjoy the atmosphere of this. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's very slow, which I agree, it is a bit slow at times, and I'd probably like only give it 4 instead of 5 stars because of how slow it is, but I do really enjoy like the atmosphere of it, and this book definitely dives into more details of the story that I feel like the movie doesn't really go into. So I am really enjoying this, and I'm definitely going to finish it in December because I wanted to finish it like 2 months ago, and I have to finish it, basically. The next one is one that I have also been reading for about a month. I don't know why I've just fallen into these weird reading slumps where it takes me like 3 years to finish a book at this point. So this book is Love, Lucy by Lucille Ball. This is her memoir / autobiography. And again, I'm super duper enjoying this. I'm about halfway through it, but for some reason I just never seem to pick it up, and so it's taking me a really long time to get through. But I'm determined to actually finish it in December because, like I said, I am really loving it. I'm a huge fan of Lucille Ball, and I love Lucy, so I'm loving every second of reading this, so I don't know why I don't pick it up. And then the third and final book is one that I'm also currently reading, but I just started it like 2 days ago, so hopefully I'll finish it within a reasonable amount of time and it won't follow me into the new year. But that is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This is a young adult, like, contemporary romance story. It's a boy next door love story or trope, whatever you want to call it. I'm only like 78 pages into it, but so far it's pretty cute. So I am enjoying it, and hopefully I'll get through this in the next couple of days because it's a pretty fast read. So yeah, those are all of the books on my TBR for December / A Very Merry Readathon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, leave me a comment down below and let me know if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. I'd love to discuss them with you in the comments, although I haven't read them yet, so please don't spoil me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!
You hear that, Samson?